brother Shaolin Fantastic. This is a Maduro cigar. It's a damn good cigar because I need it after this debacle tonight. First of all, this is a Crow video to Joseph Tenney. Wink, Saw Sports, all the brothers over there. I talked a whole lot of shit. This Maduro's good. Anyway, I'm in my garage. And I have to eat my crow tonight because the Texans put a whipping on us. They put a whipping on us. It was just a standard ass whooping, you know. I called in to Ed Honcho's show, Saw Sports, to eat my crow. And I'm a man of my word, you know. I talk shit, I dish it, but I can take it. So everybody that come on my page, I don't delete video, I don't delete comments, I don't do any of that stuff. You can go on my videos. Anybody that made a comment talking about me, still there. You know, I don't delete comments, I don't get mad. As a matter of fact, when the guys came through hating my videos and talking shit to me, I liked the videos. I liked the comments. It was all good. So I would just like to say, especially to Joseph Tenney, because you know Joseph Tenney he's the one that got me into talking trash, you know, talking smack, and I really love it when the Texan week come around. I still love it. We lost, but I still had it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. I had to go back in. I had to stand tall. I had to stand tall behind all the trash that I talked. You can go back and listen to the video, all the trash that I talked. I had to go back and stand tall on that. Y'all gotta excuse me for a second, because I'm gonna take me another puff. I need some smoke, y'all. I need some smoke behind what happened tonight. I need a little bit of smoke. But yeah, the Titans still my team. The Texans had momentum. Did we look good at certain points of the game? Yes. You know, in the beginning, we look decent. We tried to make a few decent defensive plays, but I never denied that Deshaun Watson was a great player. DeAndre Hopkins, great player. You know, the few pickups that they got in free agency, great players. They're pretty good. And, you know, we didn't deserve to win tonight. I mean, honestly, we didn't play good. You know, we went right back to the same plays. We went right back to a fucking Wildcat that we did in the first game. And I know when the Texans fans saw that, they already knew we're going to lose that game. Now, shout out to my boy Joseph Tenney. You know, I talked a lot of smack. Me and him went back and forth. Me and Wink went back and forth. Me and Ed Honcho, we all went back and forth on the game. At the end of the day, they were victorious, and I got to give them their props. They did what they had to do to us, despite the win that we got earlier in the season. Right now, that shit don't count. And even though that mathematically we're not ruled out for the playoffs, we pretty much got to win out now in order to get a wild card. And I got to say, to me, that the Texans look like the favorite to win the division. What I would say about the Colts, They look damn good right now, but maybe a wild card team. And right now we're on the outside looking in. That's just all it is to it. I ain't gonna even jump up and down and make a big fuss about it. It's what it is. So we're in third place now, and the only way we got a shot is now we gotta wait on to see if somebody else fucks up, and our fate is in other people's hands. You know, our fate is in whether the Texans lose or the Dolphins lose, which they will. The Dolphins will lose, and the Ravens they'll lose too. The Ravens will lose too, and then we'll have to fight it out with probably Indianapolis for a wild card spot, and the Chargers, they pretty much got that first wild card spot wrapped up. If not the division, you know, it just depends on what happens in these last 5 games. But I don't think they'll. I think they'll just have that first wild card spot wrapped up. But at the end of the day, I got to eat my crow. The Texans came out with a great game plan. That Lamar Miller 97-yard run was a backbreaker. I talked to the guys on Saw Sports tonight. I do believe that the run that Deshaun Watson had, and at the end of that run, I do believe that was a fumble. But I also expressed to him that what sort of difference would that have made? Even if it was in our territory, what sort of difference? It wasn't even in our territory, but what sort of difference would that have made if he'd have fumbled that ball? What, 3 points, 7 points? I mean, we got our ass kicked. It would even have made a difference in Vegas. You know, I think the point spread was 7, 6.5, something like that. 7, something like that. It would even made a point spread in Vegas. Let me put these ass shot on myself. Because that's the only person I can put the ass shot on is myself, because we fucking got our ass tore up tonight. But shout out to Joseph Tenney. Shout out to Shaw Sports. Shout out to Wink. Shout out to Wise. I was a little hard on the night. I shout out to Wise. I was a little hard on the night. The brother gonna show up after. I ain't heard nothing before when I was talking smack. I ain't heard nothing from Wise when I was talking smack. But you know, we'll deal with that when we come around to it next year. I'll deal with you Wise next year. But right now, it's all good. I'm gonna do a hate video from the Dominican Republic. That's where I will be at the end of the week. I had to take care of this business. Okay, the reason why I didn't come to Houston, and I ain't gonna get into the details, but it was a situation as to where I had to help a brother out. It was some stuff that happened. I didn't want to see the brother getting into any kind of trouble, and it was up to me whether he would get into trouble or not. So I had to stand in and stand tall to keep that brother from some serious shit, dubious shit from happening to him. And it meant me coming down to the game and enjoying a football game or his life. And I wasn't prepared to let a brother, you know, get fucked up like that. So, you know. This is a good Maduro. God damn it. I'm out here in my garage. I got room in my garage tonight because I put my other car in the shop. And you hear this loud echo and shit in here because I'm in the garage because it's fucking cold outside. I wish I could go in my backyard and smoke like I did the other night and do it the same way that I did it when I was talking smack, but it's just too fucking cold out there. So I decided to come out here in my garage. It's a little bit warmer in here and it ain't that cold. It's cold, but it's not that cold. I can stand it. And decided to eat my crow. There was no excuse for the performance that we put up tonight. I did like Mariota's performance. He didn't fuck up, but I think we played not to lose, and we didn't play to win. And that was the big difference in the game. Deshaun Watson was out there throwing that ball to win the game. And that's what it is. And my position is consistent on Deshaun Watson. I've always said that I thought that he was a great quarterback. It's consistent. So, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. This is my Crow video, Texans Crow video. It's always a great Texan hate week. And oh, by the way, shout out to Bob McNair, the owner of the Texans. He brought football back to the Texans. And you know what? We're gonna make this video about 3 to 4 minutes longer, okay? Because I'm gonna give y'all a little history behind Sean Lynn Fantastic. And I'm doing this for Joseph Tenney. Joseph Teddy broke down a few things that he talked about the Texans, and he talked about the Houston Oilers leaving and things like that. So you know what? I'm gonna return the favor back. One of the things that I could have done, and it would have been a cheap shot, is to make fun of Texan fans for, being salty because the Houston Oilers left Houston and moved to Tennessee. I never done that. I never done that one time. And look, Joseph Tenney, all these guys can attest to that. I never done that. And there's a reason why. It's because I understood, that had to have been heartbreaking. Even though I wasn't from there. When that situation happened, I was living in Mississippi, okay? That's where I'm from. I'm from Mississippi. And what you have to realize is the part of Mississippi where I'm from, right outside of Jackson, Mississippi, we don't have pro NFL football sports. So what you have there is a bunch of people that root for either the Saints, the Cowboys, or maybe the Falcons, but it's the Saints, Cowboys, and a mixture of other teams, Steelers, national teams, teams that are national, and for the most part, or teams that are close, like the Saints. The Saints are like a 2.5-hour drive away from Jackson. I don't have a beef with any of those teams. The Saints okay with me. They ain't never done it to me again. But you're either gonna find there, where I'm from, you're gonna find Saints fans, Cowboy fans, Steeler fans. My cousin, my first cousin, me and him real close. He's a big time Steeler fan. So that's the kind of stuff you're gonna find there. But as a kid, I was a Houston Oilers fan as a junior high schooler when Warren Moon was a quarterback. I was a Houston Oilers fan, and because of what he went through, and he was a black quarterback, and what he went through playing in the CF, I do believe that had he played his whole career in the NFL, he would be a passing leader, second, third, or fourth in passes. Okay, all right. I was a Houston Oilers. I knew the Houston Oilers fight song, Houston Oilers, Houston Oilers. I knew that song as a kid, and one of my cousins was from Houston, and he knew the Houston Oilers fan song. He had one of those digital tapes. He had the Houston Oilers song. We used to listen to it, and I became a Houston Oilers fan as a kid. Earl Campbell. I knew it all. I was there. I wasn't there, but I kept up with the Houston Oilers. That's how I became a fan. Okay, and to me, when Adams, the owner of the Houston Oilers, moved to Tennessee, I was like, y'all, I didn't know what he was doing, but I didn't live there, so I didn't feel the pain that y'all felt when there was no NFL franchise there. When Bud Adams moved the team to Tennessee, and the Oilers, the Houston pretty much put him out, and they moved the Oilers to Tennessee. Okay, my position on it was this. Okay, it was a mixture of things. When the team was getting ready to move, all right, what you have to realize is I had mixed feelings on when I heard the news. I had mixed feelings on it. I was kind of like y'all, and but the thing is, this is it. This was the deciding factor for me. Steve McNair went to Alcorn State. My sister and my brother went to Alcorn State. I didn't go there, but we knew him. And he didn't live that far from us, 20, 30 miles. And whenever we go to Alcorn, whenever I would go down there for homecoming or just to visit or whatever, very accessible brother. I saw him, met him several times, even before he went to the league and everything. And when he went to the Oilers, which was the Tennessee Oilers at the time, he left it. I mean, he got drafted that same year. All this stuff was going on. I automatically ended up being a homer for Steve McNair. I met this brother. Cool brother. What happened to him? We ain't gonna go into all that. But what I'm saying is, I met him. He was cool. He was a cool cat. And I stayed on as a Tennessee Titan fan. Why? We didn't have pro teams in my area. So, them moving to Tennessee was closer to me. So I rolled with them, with the name change. I rolled with all of it. I rolled with all of it because of that. Houston is not my home. I know a lot of people there. I have family in Houston. And but it was a split thing because there's a big community down in Houston that they cheer for the Titans, and I'm down with them. I'm down with all of them. I'm down with all of them. The personalities online, the personalities on YouTube. I'm down with all of them. Titans in Truth. I'm down with Titan Anderson. I'm down with, you name it. I'm cool with all of them. We all cool. And I'm a Titan fan. I'm also a realist when it comes down to football. Okay? So that's how I became a Tennessee Titan fan. I was always a Houston Oilers fan ever since I was a kid. Everybody where I was from was Cowboy fans. They were Saints fans. They were this and that. I was always a contrarian. But I was contrarian for good football play. I just loved the Houstons. The Texans. I love the Houston Oilers. And when they were the Oilers, I knew the fight song, and I just did that, And I've always stayed a Oiler fan when they moved to Tennessee. And the deciding factor was Steve McNair because I knew him, and he, to me, great quarterback, tough, gritty guy, played hurt. They're back in those days when quarterbacks and players played hurt. So that's my story on the ownership and the different things that happened. Shout out to Bob McNair for bringing football to Houston, back to Houston. I was never mad about that. I was always looking at this. I was like, good for Houston that they do have a team. I don't hate the Texans. They're not a team I hate. I've expressed this several times. I live in Dallas, so once again, who I've root against, and we beat them already this year. So if you think that this is bad, I gotta face these motherfuckers in the morning when I go to work, and honestly, y'all ain't got shit on them. These motherfuckers I gotta face when I go to work in the morning, it's a shadow of what I gotta face with y'all. So I'm gonna wrap it up right there. Brother Shaolin Fantastic is out. Hope y'all like this video and my crow and my little story, my little backstory, where I'm from, Mississippi. And that's what it is. That's what it is, guys. And I love it the way it is. I'm a Tennessee Titan fan, and I ride or die with them. And I want you guys to have a good night. One more thing. A lot of great players from Mississippi played for the Titans. Steve McNair, Brett Favre, Jerry Rice, Walter Payton. We can go on and on and on with these players. The Payton boys, all of them. The Manning boys, all of them. Mississippi boys. And I'm a Mississippi boy. I'm a country boy from Mississippi. And that's where I get my background from. So I thought I'd share that with you since Tenny shared his background with him. I thought I'd return the favor. So you guys have a good night, and I'll be sharing this video with y'all. It'll take a while to upload, so give me a little time. All right, peace.